McDowell's supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene of vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The CDC opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop opposite the Grosley Bus Stop. Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosley.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign.
St. Lucia, are you ready to tease your way to the World Creole Music Festival 2025 in Dominica? NBC and Real FM is giving one lucky fan the ultimate getaway, an all-expense-paid trip to the Nature Island for 3 nights of non-stop rhythm, culture, and unforgettable vibes. Here's how to enter. Step 1, follow us on Instagram at Real FM Official. 2, post a video up to 90 seconds long telling us why you deserve to be at the World Creole Music Festival 2025. Be bold, be creative, and show your passion for Creole music and culture. Step 3, tag us and send a collaboration invite to at Real FM Official so your video appears on both our pages. Step 4, get those likes up. The video with the most likes by October 10th wins the prize: round-trip airfare, comfy accommodation, and all-access pass to the World Creole Music Festival 2025 to enjoy Dominica to the fullest. But hurry, the contest runs from August 11th to October 10th, and the winner will be announced on October 11th. This opportunity is open to all St. Lucians aged 21 and over. Only one entry per person, so make it count. Don't just dream about the festival. Tease your way there, only with NBC and Real FM.
Powered by Discover Dominica.
Gotta go with you. I gotta go with you. I gotta go with you.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluffs. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Well, a wonderful Wednesday afternoon to you, everyone. It is the 24th day of the month of September 2025. This is The Real Issues with me, Shelton Daniel, alongside again my co-host, Terry Fenelon, and our technical operator, Alton Jaquan Joseph. Our program, as you know, airs weekdays from 12:30 until 2 p.m. on the radio station called Real FM that serves you on two very well-known frequencies, 91.3 for the north and 91.5 for the south. We simulcast on our sister television station, MBC, which is available on the Flow Cable TV service, and that is channel 120. We are also available on Facebook Live and on YouTube live streaming. I hope you're having a good day so far. After the cooling rains of yesterday, the heat has reasserted itself powerfully. But again, we were warned about that there would be heat wave conditions between August and September. And we know there's a lot of tropical weather activity taking place in the Caribbean, most of it north of us. So, you know, it is the people of, I suppose, the Leeward Islands and Hispaniola and the Cuba, the Bahamas, etc., who have to worry. But the rains that we had yesterday, which, as I said, I greatly welcome, those rains really were as a result of a tropical wave. And there are so many others in the Atlantic, you know, hovering about the place, stalking us, you know, prowling around, and I suppose looking for the first opportunity of, based upon the pressure, the temperature, the winds, and the many other things that go into determining the weather patterns and the movements of those tropical systems, we must remain on guard. The season officially continues until the 30th of November. But we have had off-season storms extending into December. We have had what we can call pre-season storms that have started before the 1st of June. And so we must never let our guard down on anything, weather-wise, and as I told you yesterday, politics-wise as well. We have to always be vigilant, keep our guard up, keep our eyes wide open. And so that is where we're going right now. Now, yesterday, I don't like to keep Terry on any kind of leash for very long. He usually is all charged and all revved and all primed, you know, to go. But we had some nice messages which were sent to us. And as I encourage you so much to use the WhatsApp messaging links on realfmofficial.com and on mbcslu.com, and you've sent some of them via those routes, I really want to do justice and read at least some of them, okay? And one of them, when I spoke about Guy Joseph's allegations about the electricals at St. Jude Airport, is obviously someone who has some knowledge about electrical wiring and electrical circuitry and so on. And he said, Shelton, in St. Lucia, the term MEP, MEP, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing, represents the primary systems integral to any building structure. It is important to note that among these three disciplines, only the electrical installations fall under the inspection jurisdiction of the Minister of Infrastructure, or I think that meant the Ministry of Infrastructure's electrical department. The inspection process mandates ongoing testing at every phase of the electrical installation to ensure compliance with required standards. There is no scenario in which the St. Jude Hospital could have advanced to its current stage without having undergone this rigorous testing and inspection protocol. Final certification is only granted upon full and satisfactory completion of the electrical works. Therefore, any contrary assertions, such as those from Guy Joseph, are unfounded. All right? So, thank you very much for the person who sent this message. And I think I made some comments about not allowing ourselves to become either complacent or cocky in terms of thinking that we have it done, we have it made, we have it sewn up. We must never become like that. You know, there is a phrase that the old people use in the Creole, and it says, "Ikwa ite jawive." You know, they see somebody who turns their nose up at them or thumbs their nose at them, you know. They say, the Bajans have something where when you are kind of looking at them with a bit of spite and uppityness about you, where they say you're looking at them slight, You know, you think you God is so good, you be looking at me slight, you know. Well, let us not be looking at anybody slight to think that we're on such a rule that nothing can go wrong. But I think I was elaborate. But the response to that, someone said, totally correct in your advice. Complacency is dangerous. Vote. And another one says, Shelton, you are 100% correct on all points. We cannot be complacent. We still have a battle ahead. I really do appreciate the fact that you are reminding our people constantly. Another one says, Shastney will stop at nothing to injure St. Lucia, including conspiring to have visa restrictions or revocation. And remember, I said, I won't put it past Shastney to be pulling every stunt, every trick in the book, you know, pulling out every stop that he can to see whether he can rile up the United States, whether working through Marco Rubio, who to me has that little, you know, impetuous edge, you know, the kind of obtrusive one to show himself forward in everything, even though I believe he has shown himself, or he has been shown to be so lightly regarded and disrespected by Trump. You know, some things you get the feeling that Rubio is struggling to catch up, you know, to show that, hey, I knew what was going on all the time, but he didn't. You know, just like Trump, Israel goes and does certain things, and so he feels that he has to go on to show, you know, like we were part of it, like having talks scheduled for Sunday with Iran and Israel going and bomb Iran on Friday, you know, and then he's sending jets and everything to go and bomb Iran afterwards, and then he's negotiating a ceasefire and, you know, all this kind of foolishness. But anyway, I don't want to go down that road. Another one says, do not identify me for this one. There is a Flambeau family who has 4 of their children voting for the first time. And one parent has advised them that if they're leaving home to vote, and it will be for the UWP candidates, forget about it. We're welcoming them. Aside from this family, we have known Flambeaus who will be voting for Mr. Pierre. A lady told me she has gotten more recognition under this administration than when her party is in government. She attended the Walk for Progress last year. And that does not surprise me that this story is likely to be replicated among thousands of other people. That no matter how long they have been affiliated with and connected to and bonded with and have this sense of fealty and loyalty and whatever it is with the UWP, that as we would say again in the Creole, cheyo pakabai, for them to see the kind of performance, the kind of tangible, effective, innovative, never before thought of measures to help and facilitate and elevate St. Lucians that have been implemented to go out and to vote for people who stand for the exact opposite of those things and who will be coming back only to dismantle all those good things. I can understand if there are many people. You know, we have to understand the circumstances of people, you know. You come from a family, you come from a neighborhood, and go to the country and you'll see how certain families, they live in little neighborhood clusters. So this house there is the house of the matriarch, maybe gone, and some other person, daughter is living there, or daughter's child is living there. There is an aunt over there. There is a cousin over there. And they have this little family blood neighborhood that they are. The gathering place is usually a breadfruit tree or a mango tree, or tell you about babouapen. C'est Jean babouapen. C'est Jean bamangoa. C'est Jean bazamanna. Because that has become the defining centerpiece and landmark of their habitation and so on. And you know, let us imagine you from that little family-centered neighborhood. You're that little sub-commune within a larger community. And you see, look, man, no matter whether we have traditionally identified the Flambeau, but I can't go, that person probably can't speak too loud in that area where you have auntie on your back, you have grandmother, you have people mouth long for you. Sometimes these people are determined to go and vote for the Labour Party and they support the Labour Party. But because of the circumstances, they have to parade themselves and play the part because peer pressure, if it is so powerful, just imagine what family pressure is, you know, where you all depend on each other. Is this one who gives this one, they dash in busa bui hodia. And this one kitinyotika with machwila so naiba uti mo suma dayan's on. And this is the way that they live together. And for you to become the point and person of departure away from that, it's not easy. That's why I'm saying don't cuss off people. What you want to do is to try to see that when they get inside the ballot box. That's why it matters, you know. A lot of people making noise. They're along for the vibe and for the ride of the rally and the motorcade and the dancing and the running and the jumping. But the discipline to go and endure that line. You know the endurance I'm telling you to do it in some places. To go and endure that line when it is moving slowly. You understand? When sometimes it looks like it has died completely. The discipline to do that, not everybody has it. And that is where we should be focusing on helping people to facilitate them in whatever way that needs to be, so that when they go to mark that wondrous cross, on that ballot, in the right place, within that box that is provided, that it does not go outside of it, that it does not drift and sway. These are the things we should be thinking of. So people, I am sure, based on what they're seeing and hearing, they will make the right decisions. There are other messages, but you see Terry mouth long already, even though he don't have a long mouth. Once you see I talk for more than 10 minutes, I look sideways, I can hardly see anything except, his mouth long. That's not true. I lie on Terry. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, sure. Well said. I can't say anything more on that. We have to win them over with our record of performance. And before I even go into anything, let me say I had a very nice talk with two nurses today. I went to the NIC to take care of my mom's business, and I parked on where the demolition took place, the parking there. Went across to the credit union and coming back, two nurses, and I just engaged them. They were so happy, Shelton, so happy, and they were in praise of the Philip J.P. administration for assisting them with the tuition. Although they told me, I'm asking for a little stipend for us, please. I understand that. I say, yeah, but you get it. You say, yeah, we're thankful, we're grateful. But some of us not working. And a little stipend will help. I said, yeah, well, I could only mention that. But they're extremely happy, Shelton. You could see the glee on their faces. And two of them, two nice young ladies. I mean, who knows, Shelton, we may be at hospital one day and one of them will attend to us.
Exactly.
You understand? So we have to ensure that they are settled in their studies. You understand? So I am very, very, very elated at that. Very happy at that. And before Sheldon, I just saw a release there. Major firearms interdiction leads to 48 charges. That's another set to those, Sheldon. Don't forget, we had one.
We had 96
96 or
96
yeah, 6 charges.
One fella.
Yeah, one man.
They don't need to send Met to body. to me, Met is how you call that, incarcerated in charges.
Yeah. In one of the most significant blows to gun trafficking in St. Lucia's history, the Royal St. Lucia Police Force has intercepted a deadly arsenal of military-grade weapons, leading to 48 serious firearm charges and exposing a deep reach of transnational criminal network. It goes on. And it's a 24-year-old, Shelton, a 24-year-old, I'll not call his name, the next thing is people come for me there. 5 counts. Importation of prohibited weapons, AR-15 rifles, Shelton. I had that bad, Shelton, I had nothing easy, You understand? 12 counts importation of firearms, pistols, and don't forget, military grade, 7 counts importation of ammunition, 7 calibers, over 3,000 rounds. This is true, man. 3,000 rounds, 5 counts. Possession of prohibited weapons, again, more rifles. 12 counts, possession of firearms, pistols. 7 counts possession. Garçon, Shelton, this is not easy. So, during the operation, the team proceeded to shed 7 podcastries, where a K9, you heard that, Evan Springer? We have a K9 unit. You can fake where it comes in the Pani K9. And it's not K9 dogs, K9 unit. Was conducted on several barrels with the assistance of a customs officer. And I just read something by my friend, Nigel Edwin, saying that most times, the police get all the praise, but customs, they are also very, very integral in the fight against crime. The K9 gave a positive indication on 1 barrel consigned to the fella I won't name. All right? Mark, I'm a coward.
Is it true?
Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? So say, no, sir, is it true? Is it true? Well, you responded to him there earlier on, talking, he's a master, he's electrician, plumber, too bad guy. Is it true? All right, and anyway, leave that. So special recognition extended to the gangs, narcotics and firearms unit headed by Inspector Matthew.
Yeah.
Right? The special operations team, the special services units, scene of the crime office, telecommunication unit, the K9 unit. You hear that, Irvin Springer? There's a K9 unit.
How can Irvin Springer say got choke?
Me say sa banka gasa. Ipakat pale about banking piasa. It's just a quash Prime Minister about crime. Every crime that's committed is the Prime Minister's fault.
Okay.
The other day, you had a headline. If they cannot stop the cows, you think it's a crime they can stop? Everything for them is partisan, political.
Okay.
Nothing national.
But I would have...
And the Customs Department.
Okay,
Yes.
right.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. I just wanted to put that in there.
But
The swift action and collaboration not only prevented these dangerous weapons from reaching criminal elements, but also reaffirmed the RSLPF's unwavering commitment to safeguarding the people of St. Lucia. So, I just want to thank the police, and please, yesterday we made a call for cooperation in the police. It's a fight, it's our fight.
And you know what I want to say with regard to that, Terry? I want to make sure I make that point. You see, the spate of killings that we have had, the rapidity with which they have taken place in such a short space of time, maybe 12 killings in a space of 9 days or something like that. It's like every day.
Yeah.
And it's in multiples they were coming. 3 people shot, 2, 4 people shot, and this kind of thing in one day. It's very easy and understandable for us to feel discouraged.
Yes.
For us to feel like, oh my goodness me, will this ever end? Will things ever change?
Yeah.
My word is, please, people, let us never give up into thinking that there is nothing that can improve, that can get better, and there's nothing we can contribute to it. Of course, play your hand right, do things in a shrewd and clever manner in terms of how you talk, who you talk to, what you say, and don't go saying things about people that you don't know is true. But even more so, even when you know it is true, don't you be on a bus and say, you don't know who on the bus is his cousin. You don't know who on the bus is his girlfriend and so on. And you never know, you might become a target and so on. The proper way to do it is to get that information to the police, Get that information to the police. And it can be done. It can be done, and the police need to get people for more, practical ways where they can deal with their fears and their anxieties about it and still get in. But the point is, let us not have that, what Philip J. Pierre would call the Bouakase attitude, like, oh my goodness me, Sanu Safe. We can do something, and things are happening.
That's right.
People are being arrested, people are being charged. I also feel the police need to put out more information at that stage, that we have a person whom we have charged, whatever. And sometimes when the person has been arrested and charged, afterwards you just don't hear anything about it again. Like I said, this woman was shot in broad daylight on the Grosley bus stand. A guy walks up, and I don't even think he was masked, and shoots the woman right there in front of everybody. It wasn't long after police arrested a guy who was from Vanna, I think. They arrested him in Choiseul. Michael Pauloin was his name, called Mad Crime. Can you imagine? That's his nickname, Mad Crime. Yeah, that's a mad crime, and so on. But since then, you should have given the public briefings, that he remains incarcerated and bail has been denied because so and so and so. The delay in going to trial is as a result of forensic evidence that, has been delayed, although, from 2021 or whatever to now. That's a long time, you understand? But, give people briefings so people can know that some of the people have been picked up. Now, the other thing too, in those shootings, I gathered that a couple of guys have been arrested and charged. Why are the police not releasing their names? Because according to the law, you should not release the identity of a suspect before they are formally charged. Once a person is formally charged, it is perfectly lawful to say the name of the person. So don't just come and tell us someone has been charged. Tell us that John James of so-and-so has been charged for the murder with murder, for the death by, the shooting death of such and such a person. Let people know. Later on, you have to drop him. The charges have been dropped because of whatever. Do that, police. Let the public know what is happening. It brings, when the public know you have somebody, and you don't just have them, that's a person of interest. That's an accused person whom you have enough evidence you feel to charge them. That does a lot for public confidence, and I think it will inspire people to come forward with information because they know, apart from their fears, something is likely to happen. Something is likely to be achieved as a result of the information they give, which is their participation in maintaining the law and order and security of the country and their own safety. Sorry about that.
That's no, yes, sir. That's it. That's perfect. I know we just have 5 minutes, so let's do something. Picture one, just an announcement. in Grand Riviere, the Honorable Kenson Casimir community meeting. That's tomorrow. Today's the 24th, I think. So the 25th, 6:30, Grand Riviere, Nazarene Church. Kenson Upwe gas and Upwe water in Holman. Who next door gas.
That's water in Holman, sir. In order to deal with the serious issues of Honorable Kenson Casimir, water in Holman, sir, can you buffet?
Family, the man, he had a 640.
See over our family. 9 more Vinla to enjoy.
Villa. All right. So tomorrow, folks, Grand Riviere. Those of you, I mean, he's doing the roads in Piat and everything else. He's working, so he wants to meet with you tomorrow at the Grand Riviere, Nazarene Church. Make it, come on here. Now, let's go to Lisa wants to say thank you. So that's video 3. Video 3. Let's have a thank you from our soon-to-be parliamentary representative for Castries Southeast.
Castries Southeast! I grew up in Forest, in a modest household. My father was a security guard. My mother, a seamstress.
And I thank you. I thank your parents who nurtured you. I thank you for having the courage.
In all my life, the only woman that I have compared to my mother's work ethic is Lisa Shawa here.
I know what it is to fetch water in buckets climbing up a hill.
Lisa is a woman with a very clear focus as to what she wants to do.
This is more than just a lunch.
Lisa is someone who approaches her responsibilities with persistence and determination. I will stand with her through the campaign and ensure that Castries Southeast remains with the St. Lucia Labour Party in this parliament.
This is the beginning of a movement. Every corner of this constituency is ready to rise.
I want your platform to be a platform of ideas. I want your platform to be a platform of hope. I want your platform to be a platform of progress. Because once you love the people will give you love in return.
Oh yes, thank you, Lisa. Tremendous woman. I mean, strong woman. A woman that doesn't stand for nonsense. And a woman who will bring home the bacon. Shelton, I see we're coming close to the break, but let's do one more. Danny Butcher is coming up. Let's do that. The video 2. That's just a 40-second.
That's the man who will be launched on Sunday.
Oh man, all roads lead to Viewfort on Sunday.
No. Mama. Me say you don't know what's going on, man. Hear that? Hear the scenario. Mama. The UWPL, everybody could tell. They move lately from Hot FM to Minister of Gopel. Now look at scenario, put that on the radio. How SLP give you tikwa after the Butcher you. Danny Butcher, Danny Butcher, Danny Butcher. Make them see the bigger picture, Danny Butcher.
Oh yes, all roads. Hello people, start. I mean, I'm Viewfort, where recreation grounds. I suspect that's just opposite to the beach, right? Yeah, that's large. There's ample parking. I mean, let's go down there, have a picnic. We're having lunch. You know what I mean? It's a vibe. It's a line. You know, we're gonna send a statement. That's a precursor to the march to St. Jude. Bon Dieu, you pay.
So, Badu, Minel would sing that whole thing for them. You pay. Achemasa Sanuga Dio. Yeah. Minel sa followed by.
I know. Bon Dieu. So listen, that's the precursor, you know. That's the precursor to the march to St. And let me tell you, the containers are on their way. Yesterday, they were leaving the port, heading to Viewfort. So in no time, I mean, we have the Danny is launching Sunday, I think. Then we come to Chandelier. Then we do that will be 3. Oh, then we do Babono. Kifo is the last. Kifo is on the 19th. The 12th is my boy in Babono.
Okay.
You know?
John Paul.
John Paul Estefan Skip. Okay. So listen, we're on a roll, you know. We are stopping now. Flabo, we're coming to them in a while after the break. Don't worry, we have some stuff there. I'll show you what the level of corruption, and you talk about fellas who cannot do math.
All right,
we'll talk about that.
Okay, Real Issues powered by Blue Waters. Before we actually go for the break, let me acknowledge a gentleman who has been following us continuously. He's always tuned in and so on, and that is Mr. Alvin Kanai, a St. Lucian who resides in the USVI. And Alvin reminds me to also send out greetings and to Mr. Victor Girard and his wife Marilyn Kanai Girard, and I think the Kanai in her name, she's the sister to Alvin Kanai. You know, I also believe so. You know, Mr. Girard, I hope you're hanging in there. I hope you're bearing up well. And you know, Mrs. Girard, Marilyn, I hope you also are doing likewise. There's so many other people who are always with us. I want to acknowledge Agatha Melshaw and her husband, a gentleman who I knew a long time, running minibus on the road. Those of us remember the bus with the name Tracy on it, of Crownlands, you know, in Bexon. They mostly reside overseas, but they come and go, and so on, maintaining contact with, you know, with their homeland and so on. So Agatha and Tracy, you know, I'll never, even if you tell me your name, your actual name, I'll still, you know, call you Tracy and so on. Good afternoon also to Muriel Lima or Lina Finiste. Thank you so very much for always being part of the Real Issues. Terran Shalmai, good afternoon to you as well. And so many others that we can, but of course we'll acknowledge them. Gregory Sweet Shaves, Alfred of the Morn, mostly resident overseas now as well, but who always stays in touch with us. Folks, we do appreciate having you as part of the Real Issues every single day. And when you meet me, you always tell me that you never miss the program, and we are greatly appreciative of that. We'll be back in just a moment.
Right. The voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real Issues, 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
McDowell Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene of vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boost your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop opposite the Grosley Bus Stop, Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosley.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
Real Issues powered by Blue Waters on this Wednesday, September 24th. I'm a jealous fella. A jealous fella called Bernard Hines because he hear me talking about, the people, bigging up Alvin can I hear that now? So I'm not worth a mention. I have been with you from day one. Yes, Reverend Deacon. And you don't need a mention because you always make yourself heard and known and make people aware that you're present, okay? The people that I mentioned, like Muriel, like Alvin, like Marilyn and so on, they don't call the program. They're people, they'll message me, they'll talk to me. But you, man, you always announce, your presence, your connection, that you're listening, that you're following, and you're never afraid to make your views known. Okay? So, Reverend Deacon, no need for a man like you to feel jealous. Let me also say, give a shout out to Aisha Eugene. That's another guy who was St. Lucian, from the Schwazel area, who lives in the USVI as well. I missed a call from you the other day and you sent me some of the links. I assure you I've been reading them, following them. It's amazing sometimes every time you pick up the phone to call somebody, that's exactly when somebody is calling you. Or sometimes I sit by the phone in front of the TV watching whether it's Yadi or news or whatever. And then I get up to go and do something, whether to make a cup of tea or something. And at the precise moment that I get up, that's when the phone rings, and I say, but come on, I can't be pouring hot water and I have to leave it and this kind of thing, So, folks, that's the way it is and so on. But I do appreciate it. I sure, and somebody else I wanted to give a shout out to, But of course, another fan says, hey, buddy, as usual, I'm enjoying the show. My wife told me that she cannot see me ever voting for the UWP ever again. And trust me, she's right. SLP all the way. Go ahead, Terry.
Yeah, let's pick a picture too. Now, you saw Jaquan had on the screen a while ago the containers leaving. Mr. Renault, the Renault Group has put out their own statement. Renault team making it happen for St. Jude Hospital. There's no SI in St. Jude's, by the way. It's St. Jude. But we will overlook that because that is minor. So let's go. Plumbing, laundry, and maintenance systems, all in place Monday. To Bailai, surgical and orthopedic wards outfitted, cooling systems installed, communications network fully tested, landscaping and paving. I understand that's what's the next 10%, about 5. Over the next few days, 27 containers of hospital equipment and furniture will be delivered straight to the site. This hospital is for the people of St. Renault takes his work very seriously. That guy don't mess around, For the people of St. Lucia. And we are proud to play our part in making it happen. Monte, the precursor to the march to St. Jude is on Sunday at the Longin. And some of us can take a little drive up there, but don't go inside. We want no sabotage. That's the precursor, the trailer, because we're going to march. Now, as I told you this morning, I met 2 nurses, just coincidentally, coming from the credit union, and they were so happy. And Mr. Prime Minister, all they're saying, they're extremely happy, but some of them, give them a little stipend. Now, I'm saying it soft because I don't want some people in diaspora to hear that, you know what I mean? a little stipend to make them happy, but more happy. But just play video 5. Let's hear the testimonials from our nurses for sure.
It was kind of challenging because I work and I go to school. So when I finish my shift at school, I go to work. So I go to school from 8 to 4 and then I work at the hospital from 4 to midnight.
It was very challenging because knowing that I had to work full time and come to school full time, to be able to balance the two, it was difficult. You work, you have to give your work your full time. You have to give your school your full time. So through that, getting to study, but getting to give school the attention it would truly deserve, it would make it rather impossible.
Nurses tend to travel all around the world to get better, to do better for themselves, especially when school is a bit expensive. If they could go to greener pastures to clear their loans, to get something better with themselves. If a government is willing to help a situation in this, I would commend them. I would feel really happy about that.
Government will invest in nurses attending the Za'afa Leeds Community College.
I am ecstatic. I am very excited because I am in first year. Obviously, I'll be receiving it for the full 4 years. And I'm grateful because it will be a generous support. Basically, it will assist in family financial burdens. It will help. It will motivate us. And also, it will keep us focused on our studies so that we in turn can give back to the country.
I feel very grateful. I was so happy when I heard the news. Many nurses and doctors sent it for me via WhatsApp. And I say, do you think that's true? You think we're going to get that money? And they said, God is good, we'll get the money.
I feel great. I don't have to face my credit union anymore to get that disbursement for the final portions of my school. That's less interest on my existing one that's there. So, yeah, it came at a great time, especially the last year is the most expensive year. 2 semesters and $10,000, that's a lot of money. And it's really helpful.
It relieved my mind when it comes to terms of work, knowing that the last year is one of the heaviest years within the 4-year period. So I was very elated to hear it, and finally some financial support where I now can devote all my time to nursing school as opposed to splitting it between work and school.
I think it would relieve us in a way that we are motivated, and to see that our leaders they believe in our potential and are actually investing in our future. We're very happy about that.
I think that government cares about the future of nurses.
Yes, you see, this is how the Philip J. Pierre administration, that's how they do business. Not reckless, just making promises. Not just making promises, to get votes. Sheldon and I were just looking at a missive that we got from one of our friends from overseas. And I think we'll put it on the screen because he's a mathematician. He knows numbers. He crunches numbers. He's done that, almost like an actuary. Because when you ask, how are you going to fund all tuition for Za'afa? You're on a platform, uvle votes for just the nepot bagay. We're going to put that on the screen. Let me give you the correct thing. Jaquan, I think it's word, word 3. Let me make sure. Yeah, word 3. You could just put them on the screen. When you think, you could just mamagai and bluff. No, we're going to press you for details. Shelton and I will press you. Mm-hmm. You're not just going to come and say, throw that there and you're going to fool us. What it is? You heard. Is it true? In a press conference, he vexed when they ask him, how are you going to fund not the other one?
The $75,000.
The 75, yeah.
Per person.
Yeah. No, the Za'afa.
Oh, okay.
He says, will go to GPH. The same GPH, they're telling you, people listen, Flabo people listen, you know. They're misleading you. They're making you hate GPH, making you believe GPH, we sold the pots, and GPH own the pots. No. GPH has made an investment. That $1 they're trying to make you believe we sold. No, that's just a peppercorn concession agreement. That happens around the world. GPH they must have title because they are building stuff. You understand? And for that privilege, they have already paid SASPA's debt. They are going to do a lot has been done. They invest in millions. They're going down to Soufrière. So they're trying to make you hate GPH and make you believe that we did something so nefarious and so bad. But hey, is it true? At the press conference, to fund that, we'll go. In other words, what they tell you there, listen very carefully. They're trying to go and renegotiate to extort money, from GPH to fund. So they don't have any clue. These fellas just saying any and anything. But listen to what my friend sent me this morning very early. As soon as I opened my eyes, I saw that. I've been reviewing the UWP SOS 7. You know what it means? Same old, substitute an S there. Same old. You know what Kakal said? The police just clench their feces. Yeah, so the word the S, yeah. And I believe in numbers to show the situation that it is. This is a numbers guy, stats and thing. This man knows his stuff. Take the 75,000 insurance for every solution. We can show to the layperson what it means in real terms. For 10 persons, that amounts to 75 by 10. That is $750,000. For 100 persons, you multiply that, that is 7.5 million, 7.5 million. For 1,000, that is 75 million. For 10,000, woo! No, I think I went ahead of myself there. For 100 persons, for 1,000, that is 75,000, I think. Oh, no. I am reading the bad day. 75 million. And for 10,000 people, that's 750 million. And for just 100,000 people, that's $7.5 billion. May see, nice coverage, Sheldon. Because that's it. The probability of everybody falling sick and requiring that at the same time, that's very small. But the insurance is on the hook for that. You understand? They are on the hook for that.
Where are you going to get that
kind of money? So just remember, Solutions, a population, we have 180,000. So for 100,000, that is almost 6 times our budget. Although now it's about 2. So 3 point something times our budget because we are 2 billion now. How are you going to fund that? And I could guarantee you, Sheldon, none of these fellas on that side can explain that to you. They cannot explain that. Not Tommy, because Tommy is a pretend economist. He was in charge when the country tanked. He just doesn't know the difference between zero rated and VAT exempt. So not any kind of economist. None of them can explain that. Not even Bradley, who was a banker. He can't explain that. So that is why when the Prime Minister was pressed, he could say play away. I will take those people amputated and those people have stroke and we'll walk around the country. You see, these are people who are just throwing pie. They want us to pie in the sky. You cannot explain to me and show me one country in the Caribbean where the government is paying medical insurance for every citizen.
And I mean at $75,000 a year. If you divide the 75 by 12, that's $6,000 a month, that you supposedly guaranteeing people.
Precisely.
I mean, no matter how generous you want to be, how can that be sustainable, at all, even to start it, much less to sustain it for a month or whatever. Come on.
Yeah, so the leader of the opposition, not the PM, thank you, Shaka. Michel Kuma say hele. Because you presenting a plan and you have no means of financing that. So who you fooling? Us? Who you fooling in that? You want to pay tuition for SAFA, but there's a caveat. You want to cut the 42 programs, so it's going to be bellhopping, housekeeping. You want it to be a hotel trade school, because that's all you think Solutions are worth. Hotel trades. That's what you want, because you will say, tourism is still in its infancy and da-da-da-da. So that's what you want to do. Cut the you want to make so teachers will be redundant. And then you go and tell them, oh, they must apply, and they're on a contract, and if you can get a job somewhere, we'll find a job for you. That's what you did in nurses. We have not forgotten, you know. That's what you did in nurses for Cayman City. You think we're forgetting? No, we have not forgotten, man. And you cannot come there and mummy us with this nonsense. So take that back. Push it back where it came from. You know what I mean? That is just something that's glugler to fool the people. You remember how you mesmerized us with the renderings? Oh, people said they're going to be in Dubai, 23 cities. So some people were dazzled by that. Yes. And they say, wow, look at that, man. I'm view for to be a little Miami. You understand? So you fooled us. And we didn't push back hard enough. So say, well, how do you go? That's going to cost us this. And then you had Theo Aking talking nonsense about he'll allow us into. Imagine that a foreigner in our country on a podium says he will allow us to come to Vieux-Fort, you know. That means you can't go to Vieux-Fort on your own. Huh? The man has to allow you. That is the state we had become. That is where this man had us. And then you want to come and repackage yourself as somebody who loves St. Lucia and who's going to do this. You did nothing in your almost 6 years. Nothing, nada. You gave us nothing. All you did was take our money and give it away to people who look like you. There was nothing for us.
And then you want to come and make up for that by doing nothing more but cry as a river. You know?
Yeah, continue to cry, man. They ain't fooling us again, bro. You understand? We see what the Honorable Philip J. Pierre is doing. You heard the nurses. They don't have to scrunt. And yes, the nurses, the two of them, one of them was in the Freskin one, was in, I met her this morning.
Somebody, is her name's a Butcher or something?
I don't know, but I met her this morning.
Somebody sent a message, Shelton, Kayla Butcher is my sister's daughter, but I don't know if...
Maybe it is. Yeah. And they were saying, sir, just a little stipend, we'll make it a little, you know, and we don't mind. Our money is for our people. Our money is for our people. We want our nurses happy, man. You know, these days, you know, people falling sick and stuff. We want good nurses. We want well-trained nurses. We want nurses with their heads at ease. You understand? So if we can take a little something and give how many of them their little stipend of 5, the Prime Minister is not averse to that because we have been using our money for our people. Now, I came to talk about early childhood education, you know, because people thought that, no, I'll do that tomorrow morning and maybe tomorrow afternoon. Because I went to the Ministry of Education today to ascertain for myself. And then I was told, no, the Prime Minister didn't just take that out of his head, you know. That was in the planning. And I have it there, but I realize the time is coming on. So I will not go into that today. I will go into that either tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. Maybe tomorrow afternoon because it's already on screen. But let me do one more before I go. One more video. You understand? You talk about recklessness. Jacqueline, I think I have video. Let me go back to my screen. I think that will take us. The Prime Minister is explaining how this reckless man, how this reckless fella wanted to fund. Well, it's 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes, Sheldon?
About that.
Yeah, let's go. Video 4. Video 4. Let the Prime Minister deconstruct Shasni for you there.
During his rebuttal on the debate on the special prosecutor legislation on August 9th, Prime Minister Honorable Philip J. Pierre divulged the financial details of a $70 million scheme by the previous United Workers' Party administration to fund the overdue opening of the St. Jude Hospital.
The client agrees to enter into a payment plan and therefore agree to settle the financial obligations of the company over a period of 1 year. A payment plan over a period of 1 year from the date the works are completed, Mr. Speaker. And listen to it. Architectural works. What's the meaning of that? 22,883,687.58. Architectural works. Ground floor works. 44,143,951.21 cents. Subtotal works. 56,977,651.79 cents. VAT 7.1,102,204. Total 64,099,843. Finance costs, interest, Mr. Speaker, and the member shows that is a banker, a short-term financing agreement. The interest cost is $6,653,811. The grand total $70,773,864 for the ground floor of our hospital.
Honorable Pierre revealed the former Prime Minister committed to repay the $70 million expense within 12 months. The arrangement was drawn up days before the July 26 general elections and only needed a signature to proceed.
The payment will be carried over the period of 1 year in the following manner. Within 3 months of signing this agreement, the client will pay EC $26 million in Eastern Caribbean currency, the source being a loan from the Republic of China in Taiwan, identified as loan agreement 602184007. Now let me tell you something. Mr. Speaker. You see that same loan agreement? It was earmarked to do something else. The second quarter payment will be carried out by the client, paying to the company EC $10,752,000, the source being the government of St. Lucia. So for somewhere, you're going to get $10 million in serious cash flow problems. When you run a deficit in your current account of over 7%, you'll find $10 million to pay the phone. Yes. The third payment will be carried out by the client, paying the company EC $18,710,000, the source being the government of St. Lucia. The fourth quarter payment will be carried out by the client, paying to the company EC $14,478,994.80, the source being from the government of St. Lucia. In the case of late payment of any invoice submitted by the company, the client will pay interest of 1% per day. Because the client knows he's going to be late. 1% per day to the company on the amount overdue. 1% per day. Now, Robert Lewis was a mathematician. What's 1% of $69 million? What's it? $69,000 a day. A day. That's the interest you're going to pay.
The Prime Minister has credited the decision by a senior public official for taking the controversial arrangement to the Attorney General's office for review, where it stalled, saving the government and taxpayers from another costly debt burden. Last September, the Prime Minister appointed a 5-member committee led by renowned architect Mark Heinekat to advise the cabinet on the feasibility and requirements for an immediate move and transfer of operations from the George Odlum Stadium to the original St. Jude Hospital site, previously abandoned by the former administration. From the office of the Prime Minister, Rihani Isidore.
I think we owe a debt of gratitude to the civil servant who leaked the memo to the Honorable Richard Frederick, because Richard Frederick was that on Can I Help You? Mm-hmm. And then I want to thank the PS, Claudius Emmanuel. Claudius Emmanuel. Mm-hmm. When he saw that, he said, I smell a rat. Mm-hmm. He could not in good conscience sign that.
And even if Stephen Julian was part of the UWP apparatus, the moment he
read that that had to be shared.
He just let it die on his desk.
Listen, I'm going to circulate that video. I sent it in the group. Every citizen ought to have that. And when you talk about recklessness, and Titus, you know that, and you have submitted yourself. You have decided to totally submit to this reckless guy. Come on, man, Titus.
If you didn't know, but you
Titus,
know,
you know.
You know how reckless he is.
You know, listen to this. This was a crime against the treasury, you know. Mm-hmm. Open season on the treasury. Mm-hmm. You're taking a loan of, you a director worth of $70 million payable in 1 year. Mm-hmm. You understand? And every day that the payment is late, an interest, a penalty of 1% per day. Yeah. Ladies and so if you are late for a month, 30 days, Jesus Christ.
Stephen, is that what you want to be part of?
Seriously?
Stephen Favre, diplomat that you were, man who
Seriously?
understands figures and those things. Is that what you want to be part of?
Yes.
Tommy Descat, is that what you want to be
Yes.
identified with? Well, you were already identified with it because
Yes.
it seemed like you were the one crunching those impossible numbers for Shasni.
Man.
Terry, what do you think a lady means when she says, "Tell him I said so"? Terry have a wife, look good in red. Does that mean she's now your wife, or she's Terry have a wife, look good in red. All right, and it's you know, it's not me the same. So I don't know.
Well, I'm wearing red until he gets.
Another person says SOS 7 means sinking of St. Lucia 7 times.
1% per day for every day that the payment is late.
Yeah.
Shelton. I mean, we're already at minus 26.
Yes.
We would have been at minus. we'd have been in the clutches of the IMF.
No, but this is impossible. You know, it's impossible. You cannot do that. You know, and this man probably had everything ready to send us into the clutches of the IMF. You know?
How? Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot sit there idly and allow that. And Metis coming back there as though he's some kind of guru and he wants to save us and he wants to do X, Y, and Z. That is madness.
The only salvation we have had where politics and governance is concerned, in the time that this man has become involved in politics, the way he has become involved in it, was on July 26, 2021. And whenever the date is set, the next time, it will not really be salvation, you know. It will be banishment to make sure that he never sets a foot in there again.
Yes.
You know, yesterday I tried to clench my fists and I had to go and bathe, you know. Don't you come by me, don't you touch me, don't shake my hand if you even try that, you know. All right, just looking to see if there's some other messages that I can just clear out, but we're due for the commercial break.
Yes.
We'll take it, and when we come back, I don't know if you have anything further.
No, I have more, but I'll leave that for tomorrow.
All right, okay, so we'll open the lines. I see the WhatsApp message board is showing like there are a lot of messages there. I don't know if that's what it is, but if they are, Jaquan will forward them to me so that I can read them. Don't you go away. Real Issues, powered by Blue Waters. Is
the man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real Issues, 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and reduce frequent urination, especially at night. Moringa oleifera capsules are rich in minerals like calcium, potassium, zinc, magnesium, iron, and copper, vitamins like beta-carotene, vitamin A, vitamin B such as folic acid, vitamin C, D, and E. McDowell's Potassium Complex, used for treating and preventing low potassium levels, high blood pressure, preventing stroke, and aid in weight loss. McDowell's Triple Magnesium relaxes the muscles, relieves cramps and helps to control high blood pressure, improves sleep, and can calm the nerves. Magnesium is very important for the normal functioning of cells, nerves, muscles, bones, and the heart. McDowell's Ginger Turmeric helps to relieve pain, decrease nausea and enhance the immune function to help protect against illness and infection. Ginger turmeric has powerful anti-inflammatory properties and improves your circulation. Don't hold health back. Let health strike back. McDowell's, the better way to start your health. Visit Health Service Center, John Compton Highway, call 453-6417. Let your wellness be our stress.
It is well known that diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, and other illnesses may restrict blood flow, which can lead to impotence and erectile dysfunction. This is why Enhance was formulated to meet these challenging health problems, which can reduce your ability to perform. If you're having problems maintaining your manhood, then reclaim your manhood today with Enhance. Enhance increases your energy level, boosts your stamina, and increases your endurance.
You can get your Enhance at Southwell VA4, Restorer Pharmacy Soufre, Knights Med Miku, Lay by Bar The Morn, Dexter's Place Jeremy Street Castries, Citygate Bar The City opposite the market, Plants Place Denry Highway, Arlette Supermarket Soufre, The Release Stress Bar Labrie Highway, Cool Joint Bar Victoria Schwazel, Prios Bus Stop 22, next to the Moshi Bus Stop opposite the Grosile Bus Stop, Prios Bar and Grill in Corinth, Grosile.
Enhance, the best a man can get.
The man, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Big issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
The number to dial is 487-9849. That's 758-487-9849. A mobile number on which you can call us via WhatsApp. All right, so call us on that number and you can WhatsApp call us, and you can also use the landline for ordinary calls, and that is 4533911. We have our first one already. You're on the Real Issues.
Good afternoon, Shelton.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Brother Terry.
Good afternoon, my brother.
Yeah, my contribution today is to challenge the parents.
Why is your phone sounding? Your phone is sounding weird.
Yeah, I ain't endless quick in my phone there. I know there's a road that's in my phone there. Yeah,
right.
The parents. Shelton, 9 out of 10 children that moving from primary school to secondary school, and Brother Terry could confirm that. Shelton, when it comes to the form as to the level of spirituality, that part empty, you know, Shelton. That part is empty. So you have 9 out of 10 children with no level of spirituality going into the secondary school. Parents have to ensure that they instill the fear of God in their children. When we were growing up, in fact, when I was growing up, I was brought up on the rosary. My mother being a staunch Roman Catholic, my grandmother being a staunch Roman Catholic, and we had to go on the Calvary and say our rosary. Now as you get big, you get more enlightened, you could, develop your own level of spirituality, you could buy a Bible, you could read, but the fear of God was instilled in us. We had to pray. Now you have children not praying. That is not a good sign at all. So I'm pleading to the parents of this country to ensure that they get their children involved in the things of God. The children level of indiscipline is very high at the schools. And it is starting from the Form 1s. They have a lot of Form 1s giving trouble. Y'all just leave primary school and God help y'all and y'all attending a secondary school. It is time for y'all to make a positive impact at that school. So the parents now, I'm calling upon y'all to instill spiritual values in the lives of your children. Thank you very much, Shelton and Terry.
Right,
Good afternoon.
All right, thank you very much. 487-9849-4533911. We have another call on the line. You're on the air. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon to you.
Sakafe.
Doing okay?
All right.
All right, that's good. We had some rain, yes. I like what you said, Terry. We start rehearsing on Sunday for the grand opening.
Yes, man.
Sakafe se buglali full sound. But all of them turn engineer, electrician, and all kind of things overnight. Who are they for them to come and say that building is not adequate, the building is not fit? I mean, that is just ridiculous and absurd of these guys. Like you said, you think they will spend millions of dollars on a building and it will not meet the requirements? And people are falling for that. And I came to the conclusion, I said, any right-thinking person cannot join that side. Yeah, I understand you can vote for these people, it's family tradition, but for you to actually go and vote and become a candidate, man, I honestly, I just don't get it with this guy. And I just want to add on what Gaspar was saying there about the school children, very, very young. Because it's very unfortunate. I mean, my son went to school, and normally they don't allow their children to come to school with their phone, but you hold it for different purposes. And his phone in his bag, and he's telling me like nobody knows that he has his phone in his bag. And whilst he's in the bag and the teacher in the class teaching, somebody went in his bag and stole the phone. And they're so brave, they actually call in. Yes, and when I told them I will involve police and everything, yeah, they shut the phone. So a lot of times I'm just appealing to the parents. When you see your kids come home with stuff you did not give them, you have to question them about it. Yes, because a lot of them, they go to school, but they have alternative most. So I just want to put that in. So enjoy the rest of your day, gentlemen.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. We continue taking your calls. We're also taking your WhatsApp text messages. You can go to realfmofficial.com or mbcslu.com. You will see the WhatsApp messaging link. Click on it. The box that opens, type your message in it, hit the send button, and it's going to come instantly, on our on-air messaging screen. We have another caller waiting. Hi, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hi, comrade. How are you doing?
Good afternoon. Not too bad, huh?
Yeah, okay. Go ahead. We're listening to you.
What happened to you see that two of you all? You're changing caps. Yesterday, one had one black with a red thing. Today, have a red one. You see that two of you all? But let me tell you, the point you're making about people not to be complacent in the election coming, that thing is fundamental, my comrade. And you raised it as one of the points that people must always be reminded of. We really have to do that. Yeah? I have seen, and as I said, it's not now I involved in looking about election and going checking people. I have seen the likelihood for a party to lose an election on the day of election because of the question of the complacency. Yeah? People are touching about the rally and think they are the bus, they're going, all that is good. It's really showing certain level of thing. But on the day of election, people have to be very careful about that, especially this election that's going on there. And that's why, when was it? Earlier in the week, when I spoke, I said in Creole, people are money pour bander ouais. Ça c'est pas qui est important. Yeah, en toute constituency, mais moi pour dire spécialement constituency en Slawe Canawi qui ni Jack Melrose ou ces places là là et puis Millet et ces places là. Yeah. Nous comprendre quand il bon travail gouvernement Philippe Pierre a fait pour mener cette liste devant. Mais nous pour also comprendre l'année en force malgré Adam moun qui dit peut-être pas très fort c'est juste boucher au kabat. Mais l'année en force qui a montré moun qui contradict moun qui fait yo les différents passer ça nous connaît qui a extra bail moun qui point ni pour point qui est important en élection qui a aller qui ni pour venir. Si pas ça nous yo bagay qui fait qui pas besoin fait. In 2006, les Kenyan Tony perd l'élection, les Compton te vient entrer mon quoi. Mon report a venu dire Compton qui était si puis les UWP gagne élection passe en déterme là Kenny Anthony les bas parti en bas Kenyan Tony te fait là. Gouvernement te fait bien caler devant. Yeah? Mais flambeau vieux yo me Sir John Compton te a tout malade. Vous savez, en campagne ça, à côté, quoi c'était, à côté Soisé, quoi qui est mon gauche. Flambeau tenir meeting là. Les flambeaux vini, meeting là commencé, Sir John vini ça. Les Sir John vini, il dit, qui ça, il a, si c'est mon, il a, qui pas même parler, juste dit, c'est, il m'a dit, c'est mon, il a, et bah, comme ça. Mon, il faut comprendre importance là pour malgré nous aller en Sierra Leone go ba aller belle situation ça monsieur Shelton levé bon quoi lundi levé ben mardi côté moun pani pour quoi passe nous quoi go aller bay jour vote là yo jour vote là on pour mettre ça en ido pour nous toutes sortir des votes pour démontrer c'est bay là nous quoi faire là. Ben, ça c'est une leçon qui est importante et moi je vous deux ouais moun faire ça. Mais actuellement moi commencer ouais Guy Joseph ka backpedal actuellement. Moi ouais des TikTok. Oui. A souvent là il dit about est moi il commence backpedal li ka qui moun ka di au panique violent. Est beaucoup là qui prêcher violence. Tout c'est pour ça comme ça. Ou prêcher violence ou dit comme ça qu'elle couler. Laisse ça qui fait la fête dès la mort pour un week-end là. Ou j'ai qu'à vivre et venir backpedal, mon pour comprendre ces qualités, c'est bail ça. C'est bail là, plus on dit, plus comme si dit nous quoi. C'est ça, moi, je voulais dire aujourd'hui, et puis just before.
All right. Merci, Appeal.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, my friend. Thanks a lot, comrade. All right, we have another caller waiting. Real issues, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yes, Shelton. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon to you.
To you and to your co-host, Mr. Fenelon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Shelton, I have been a long time listener of your program, but that's the first time I'm calling.
Oh, really? Okay.
Now, I just have one thing to say there. Alan Shazney seemed to forget that we know he was there before. He seems like we forget that he was there already. Or he would like us to forget that he was there already. Mm-hmm. Alan Shazney believes that Lucians will give him the opportunity to continue what he started. And number two, Guy Joseph. I have a real problem with Guy Joseph. Because for somebody that, and I don't know why the Adventist Church is not calling out Guy Joseph on the things he does and the things he says. And I was wondering that for a long time, but I finally figured out the answer,
Okay.
Because I was raised an Adventist. Born and raised. I'm not one anymore. But I was raised in the church. So I know the rules and the regulations in the church there. They believe in tithing a lot. And the more money you have, the more tithe you will pay. Because the tithing is not a fixed thing. The tithing is based on how much you make. You give in 10% of how much you make. And I believe the reason these people are closed-mouthed like that concerning Guy is because he pays a lot of tithe. Because they like money a lot. These people, they are very greedy in that church. They're Adventist people. So the more tithe you pay, I think that's the reason they're not saying anything. Because he's giving the church a bad name and they don't seem to mind that. Okay. I have a real problem with this. Guy is no Christian. He's no Christian. Yes, thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. All right, we continue taking your calls. 487-9849. You can WhatsApp call us. I think we have someone on the direct line. You're on the air. Real issues. Go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, Shelton.
Good afternoon to you.
And good afternoon, Sir Terry.
Yes, brother man.
Yeah, the caller before the last, the gentleman, I just wanted to add something to what he said concerning complacency. I remember in 2016, I went to vote. And I saw something, but, it caught my attention, but I didn't really, complain about it because I was not really in a position to really complain about it. And then I happened to be an agent in 2021. So in our training now, and I'm talking about Labour Party, preparing and training the agents and things, I raised the observation only to find out that whatever I saw happen was not supposed to happen. In that, and I want to be more specific, I voted at the Grosile Primary School. So when I went there, I saw Spider's wife deeply involved, carrying people, moving around and things, you could have sensed like these people really came to take up the election, and I think that happened almost everywhere because it was something like as though everybody made one mind, we're going to take that election and by any means necessary. Only to find out that these people were not supposed to be in the voting area, you know. And these are the kind of things that cause people to lose elections, and it's not only in that particular constituency, but all over. Like I said, you know, everybody must have made up their mind that we're going to take this election, and you know, and people not aware of these things, we become complacent, and you know. And last election now in 2021, it was totally a different picture, and Labour Party came out on the winning side. You know, so we are going into that election, and it's already said that this election is a very important election. So people like agents and whoever else is deeply involved in the operations on election, they have to be sober, have to be vigilant. You know, we don't have to leave any stone unturned, so to speak. You know, so from now on, people have to be on their P's and their Q's. You know, concerning once you are going to be an official, whether it's agent or whatever, you know, we have to be very careful because these people are already predicting 14-4, and I don't know. I try to get somebody to show me, you know, how that 14-4 will come out, but they may already have their plan as to how they're going to get that 14 seats, you know. So we have to be very careful. And I'm talking about Labour Party. We have to be very careful, you know, be on our P's and our Q's and, you know, dot our I's, cross our T's and everything else if we are going to win this election. Or else we might get a surprise. I just felt I should put that in. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. We continue taking your calls. 487-9849 and 4533911. You're on the air. Go ahead. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing, Shelton?
Yeah, we're doing great. Both of us. You don't need to ask the other person. I answer for him already. Because we have another caller waiting.
Let me tell you that. You called out an electrician.
I called what?
And somebody, you called out an electrician.
Your phone has problems, you know. Oh, you heard what she said?
No.
Your phone has problems.
You said somebody.
No, the quality is bad.
No, you might have to hang up and call
quality
again.
is bad. Okay.
Yeah, quality is bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, try calling back. Real issues,
no
you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
you're on the air. We're hearing you. Go ahead.
I'm calling to add to probably some of what some of the other callers said. Not exactly, but there's some relevance. We're talking about all different things. I'm happy that we're educating everybody, letting them know what's going on. But one thing we must do, always remind persons, especially the new young voters, that they must make sure their names are on the voters list. And they know where they are going to vote. Because I've been talking to some people, especially first-time voters, and they are confused. For example, I was talking to somebody, she used to be in one place, and it's 2 years she has moved to another place. So I asked her, are you sure where you're going to vote? She told me, well, but I'm living in so-and-so place now, so that's why I have to go and vote. I said, no, that's not how it works. Your name was registered for a previous place, so your name is registered there. You have not gone to change to the new address. So you cannot find your name at your new address. Now, I do not want people to get confused and fed up on election day. Take a long line, and by the time they get there, they tell them their name is not there, and they get frustrated and give up. Because election is only won on the day that you go and vote, not by the rallies and everything that's going on. People must go out to vote. Don't worry about other people with their party saying they're not voting again. Don't worry about them. On the day of election, they run and vote.
That's right.
But we have to be careful. I want you all to get some information, or if to have somebody from the electoral office or something to educate people. We need to do that. A lot of people will be disappointed because they're not sure how the voting system is. That's all I have to say.
All right. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. The clock is winding down on us. We have to make way at 2 o'clock for the lotto, but I think we have another call on the line. Hello? Hello? Yeah. All right. I think we're getting the... Hi, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead. Hello?
Brother Sheldon Daniel and your co-host, great job. Thank you as always.
Okay, Brother Hanson. I haven't heard from you in a while. Welcome.
I've been following you. I am always there. I'm sharing your life. Let me go and tell this guy who said they have 13. Flabo is only a contender. You know why you have a contender in the boxing ring? Flabo has absolutely no seat whatsoever. They are just contenders in the election. So tell Guy Joseph, go and hide his face. He don't even belong because he's already beaten by Lisa Joye. So he's talking a pack of shit to the nation, making believe that they have some standing in the election. I want to tell the Labour people that that is not true. Guy does not have no standing. Wherever he get that poll, tell him go and take it somewhere else. Now, he called my name today. He called yours. He called your co-host. He called everybody. So, Guy Joseph, I'm sending you a message, and Brother Sheldon, I'm not afraid of you, and I'm coming for you tonight. Straight like that. Our government is doing a fantastic job, and we do not need anybody like Flabo and dangerous Alan Shastney to come there and disrupt the flow of progress that is going on in St. Lucia.
Okay.
I want to congratulate my government for doing a damn good job, and I want to thank you and your co-host, Brother Fenelon, I was looking for his name, to keep up the good work and keep the pressure on, because these guys don't have a chance.
Brother
Thank you very much.
For 5 seconds, he wants to reply to you on something. That
No, breaking news. Breaking news, Shelton.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, thank you, Brother Hanson. Thanks.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to read to you there will shake your brains.
Okay, let it shake their brain. The time is going.
Time is going.
Don't give preamble.
Do you know that there is a place in Fifth called Recreation Park? That is where we're supposed to launch Danny. A venue once used for Viewfort Jazz. If any public event has to take place on this parcel of land now, permission has to be obtained from the lawyers for Theo Aking. That's what Alan Shastney and Bradley has done to us. Okay. So this breaking news.
Okay, right. we have okay. I think we're going to be winding up pretty soon. I thought there was a call coming. Is there anything further that you want to say, Terry, before we have to wrap up?
No, this what I just read there has shaken my brains there, because right now Viewfort doesn't belong to us.
All right, a text message, a WhatsApp message from one of our links comes in, says there's a recording of Guy on social media where he has an audience who asked questions, one of which was about DSH. He responded by saying that SLP had stopped the license of DSH, hence the reason. Sheldon, no one knows when the election is going to be, and everyone is making assumptions. I think they mean UWP wants the Prime Minister to call an early election, but Mr. PJP will not do so, that he still has a lot to accomplish. In PJP, one, before he can ask the people, well, okay, I'm sorry, it's a little muddled there for me. I can't really get it. Take some time to type the messages. Another one says, Shelton, no one knows when the election is going to be, and everyone is making assumptions. I think UWP wants the PM to call. Okay, that looks like part of what we had already. He went on to say the document had been signed, but SLP, and it's not SLP. Okay, it's a little too muddled for me there, so I can't really make sense of what it's saying. So, folks, let me see that. Another one says, good day. This caller is very correct. As a police, I have had the cause put out individuals who are not supposed to be within the 150 yards in 3 separate elections. As recent as last year, police need to acquaint themselves with the election rules while on duty. Okay, I think it's talking about polling day, how you have to conduct yourself around, a polling station and that sort of thing. But I'll do it for us for the real issues for today. Thank you so very much, everyone, for having been a part of it. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday safely. Same time tomorrow. all things equal, God willing, from 12:30 until 2 p.m. for another broadcast of The Real Issues powered by Blue Waters. Till then, Shelton Daniel on behalf of Terry Fenelon and Alton Jaquan Joseph, our technical operator, signing out.
The man, the voice, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues. Real issues. 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday on Real FM.
McDowell's Supplements, an effective way to ensure you and your loved ones are getting the daily recommended intake of essential vitamins, minerals, and other important nutrients necessary for optimal health. Naturally, we carry an array of health and wellness supplements. McDowell's Immune Booster enhances your body's defense to fight colds and flu, boosts your immune system, prevents viruses and other airborne diseases. McDowell's Colon Cleanser prevents constipation, helps in removing toxins from the colon, detoxifies the body, and regulates your bowel movements. McDowell's Prostate Health prevent the enlargement of the prostate, improve urinary flow, and
The winning numbers for the midday draw of Wednesday, 24th September 2025 were Double Daily Grand 2, 6, 9, 17, Big 4 2, 2, 7, 7. The Big 4 multi-X ball drawn is 2X. Pick 2, 0, 1. The Pick 2 multi-X ball drawn is 5X. One off 906. Lucky 3 2, 4, 4. The Lucky 3 multi-X ball drawn is 2X.
The man, the voice, the voice. Your hero is back. Raw facts, no fluff. Shelton Daniel is here to deal with the issues.